Hi guys, my name is Lorne Nymore, and for my research topic for EMB 100, I did hacktivism. So basically we're going to go over what hacktivism is, different cyber attacks, a little bit of history on hacktivism, and then also we're going to dive into like different examples of hacktivism, and then just go and dig deeper into it, just one specific. So, what is hacktivism? Basically, hacktivism is defined by hacking for a cause, and they're always, most often going to be politically motivated. These hackers are always trying to cause political change of some type, and their victims are often people or organizations with different ideologies than them. So they decided, hey, I'm going to hack you because I don't agree with your views on this, or that. So here's a little bit of trivia and like some hacktivism history. So there was a hacker by the name of Omega, and this was around like in the 90s. And his hacktivism was defined and coined as a term to be anything that was from a controversial idea being expressed online or a full-scale cyber attack campaign. And we're going to go into some more hacking since I'm a cybersecurity student, so I'm really interested in like the whole cyber attack part of this. So we're going to describe some of that. So, what does a cyber attack look like? Oftentimes, you can just do like a release of sensitive data, and this the way that you got the data could be anything from actually hacking, getting to a network, and then exfilling some data. Or it could be just like, oh yeah, I asked a few questions and then I placed this very confidential information on the internet. So, but it's any type of release of sensitive data onto the internet. And then there's website vandalism. And website vandalism basically comes to, I have a website and it's allure.com. And allure.com, it has certain services, like I sell things. It's like an e-shop of some types, but there's some anti-Allure people out there, and they're going to be the hacktivists. They're like, oh, I don't believe in anything that Allure stands for, so I'm going to take down his website, and I'm going to say Anonymous was here, or Fred was here, Hacker Fred was here. But my website now has information on it that I didn't want on there, and that is website vandalism. Just putting like unneeded information that I didn't intend to be on the website, but it's there now because a hacker came in and attacked my website and put that data there. So it's vandalized. Then we can also go into distributed denial of service attacks, and any denial of service attack is basically going in and deciding, well, you sell widgets? Well, like I'm going to stop that service. And then it's literally a denial of service. Like you can't get any of your work done, and whatever service is provided is rendered unusable. So that's a denial service, and that can be anything from just sending a lot of information to Facebook, and now Facebook is unusable and no one can sign into Facebook because they have too much network traffic. That would be a denial service attack. And then there's doxing, which is similar to the release of information, but usually it's targeted at a certain individual. If something was just like, oh, I didn't like this person or their ideals, so I'm going to put all their information out there onto the internet. And now, with all that information, it could be like my home address, what I do, where I work, all that information. That's doxing an individual. And with that, other people who are like a lot more malicious are able to pivot and use that information to target you even more specifically. And also, it's just a violation of privacy, and we don't like that. So I'm going to give you some real-life examples of hacktivism, and I'll explain. In November 17, 2017, a Muslim hacking group infiltrated ISIS, the terrorist organization. They had a website, and it was an email newsletter site, and the hacking group grabbed all those emails and released those into the internet, and basically all those emails were attached to the terrorist organization, and that implies a lot of things, and it opens them off. It's almost like doxing. They dox the users of that ISIS newsletter site. And also in 1989, a hacker group released the malware called Worms Against Nuclear Killers on the NSA network, said that caused $500,000 in damages. Also, I would like to share during the 2016 election, a hacktivist group leaked emails that proved that the Democratic Party were conspiring against Bernie Sanders onto WikiLeaks. And also, if you go to wikileaks.com, a lot of that information that's disclosed and released is published on WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks takes that information and puts it in a consumable form for anyone to come in and see, like, oh, this information that wasn't supposed to be out got released to WikiLeaks as a hacker, and they're kind of like that on the side publisher news organization that's all about confidential media. So that's really interesting because a lot of the times those hackers are criminals, but they're releasing stuff just like Edward Snowden because they believe there's an overstep or they have to go above the law in order to release that information. A lot of those people, just like Edward Snowden, are counted as hacktivists because they had ideals and ideologies, and they had to put out that information so that in their mind to protect the general public or whoever they're trying to protect. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for listening to my topic. Have a great rest of your day.